PPC ads is one of the most important things to scale a product or brand on Amazon, but it's also one of the more complex aspects of selling on Amazon. So in this video, we're going to be going over 5 PPC mistakes that Amazon sellers make. Number 1 is not calculating their advertising cost per click prior to launching a product. I can't tell you how many times somebody has left a comment on one of my videos or gone into my TikTok live saying that Amazon PPC bids are taking all of their budget. And although a lot of times I think that this is just a matter of poor bid management, I also think sometimes it's a matter of that they didn't calculate their cost per click prior to launching the product. This is even a mistake that I made on one of my early products that I launched on Amazon. It was a gummy supplement where the average price was like $18. Meanwhile, the advertising cost per click, average CPC, was like $3 to $4. Meanwhile, had I calculated my cost per click prior to launching, I would have been able to see that I would have had to be really aggressive on ads or have a great conversion rate to make that product work. And you can check your estimated cost per click on softwares like Helium 10 and Jungle Scout. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that with using those softwares, that they're just estimates and you'll get the truest data from Amazon's ad platform itself. And another thing to consider is although you may look at cost per clicks one day for a keyword, it may increase over time. The second mistake that I see Amazon sellers make when it comes to PPC ads is launching PPC campaigns on a product with 0 reviews. Now there's 2 perspectives when it comes down to this. And the first one is that if somebody is clicking on your ad with a product that has 0 reviews, they have at least some kind of interest in potentially buying that product. And the second perspective is that your product with 0 reviews is going to have the lowest conversion rate in that product's lifetime, because think of it like this. How many times here has somebody went on Amazon and bought a product with 0 reviews? And although I think that both perspectives are true, I tend to lean a little bit more towards the second perspective. Because think of it like this. If you had the exact same product and the exact same listing, one with 0 reviews and one with 5 reviews, which one would you convert on? That's why personally, I'm trying to get at least 5 to 10 reviews on a brand new product before I run PPC ads on it. Mistake number 3 is putting hundreds of keywords from a keyword research software into a campaign with every single match type and then just letting it run. 6 years ago on Amazon, this strategy may have worked to an extent, but today in 2024, not so much. Amazon doesn't evenly distribute your budget amongst keywords or ad groups. So let's say that you had a campaign with 100 keywords and a $100 daily budget. And let's say that each keyword had a cost per click of $1. Each keyword would not get $1 each, being that it's a $100 budget. You may have one keyword that gets 30% of the budget, another keyword that gets 20%, and another keyword that gets 50%. Into that same example, let's say that you had a campaign with 3 ad groups in it, and the campaign had a $90 a day budget. Each ad group wouldn't evenly get $30, $30, and $30 a day for their budget. You may have one ad group that gets 80% of the budget, one that gets 20, and then one that just doesn't get any clicks or impressions. So for this reason, I'm starting out with 5 to 8 relevant keywords with mid to high search volume, and I'm segmenting these keywords by match type, so broad, phrase, and exact, and I'm only doing 1 ad group per campaign and only 1 product per campaign and ad group. The 4th mistake I see is not understanding how to properly manage your PPC ad bids. I'll see people with a campaign or keywords at like 70% ACoS and they'll immediately turn it off. Rather, with proper bid management, they can potentially make that keyword or campaign work. For example, let's say that you had a product with a $30 selling price and a 10% conversion. And let's say that your cost per click was $2.25 per click. So that would be 10 clicks at $2.25 a click, means that you would spend $22.50 for a $30 sale. If we divide our spend divided by our selling price, that would give us an ACoS of 75%. Now let's take that same example of a $30 selling price with a 10% conversion, and this time let's say that we lowered our bids to a $1.30 bid. With this, that would mean that we're spending $13 for a $30 sale, and if we take our ad spend, divide that by our selling price, that would give us an ACoS of 43%. Now, of course, this is assuming that in lowering your bids, you keep the same amount of clicks, same conversion, and the same placement, which doesn't always happen when you lower your bids. But with this example, it just shows with proper bid management that you can make a keyword that's not working work. The fifth PPC mistake I see Amazon sellers make is if your ads are not converting, assuming that you're bidding on relevant and main keywords, thinking that it's an ad issue rather than a listing issue. I think the purpose of Amazon ads is to drive traffic to your product and listing. So let's say that you were selling a water bottle and you were bidding on the keyword water bottle in exact match. If a customer clicked on your ad, the ad did its job. But if a customer didn't convert on your product, that could have to do with your images, your listing, your title, bullet points, description, maybe your price, maybe even your reviews. And so if your product isn't converting on the advertising side, I would look to your product listing to see what potential improvements you can make. Maybe it's something like changing the main image or potentially improving or optimizing your secondary images, aka your infographics. It could be optimizing the title or even getting more reviews for your product. There was a product that I launched earlier this year that was having a little bit of difficulty on ad conversion, and I went in and I changed something with the main image as well as got 8 more reviews for the product, and we went from having about a 5% conversion to a 20% conversion. On that note, if you want to learn my exact strategies and process that I use to launch products on Amazon and have me as your mentor, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship program linked down below. And as always, if you got value from this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and have a blessed day.